one of very interesting topic, that is Gradle. So this is not the new technology. It has been used by many big companies, and it is the build tools. I will discuss what is the build tools and why the Gradle is very famous nowadays, and why the most of companies to manage their big project they use the Gradle. So agenda for this video: first I will explain what and why Gradle build tool. Then I will explain how you can install Gradle and what is the user manual. So there you can get all the details, all the basic terminology, different way of create the tasks and the task dependency, how to manage. And then we talk about some plugins, and we can create some Java Gradle project, and also we can see how to manage the dependencies. In the next video, I will show how to create the multi-project with the help of Gradles, and what are the understanding and the configuration is required. So let us move. First of all, what is the build tool? So when you write the code, then you do yourself compile, linking, packaging. It's easy if you have the small project. But suppose if you have the big project, it is very difficult to build your code, compiling, linking, packaging. So it is not possible, right? So that's why some tools should be there who can make your automated creation of the all these compilation, linking, packaging things for your code, right? So that's why this build tool is required. So your focus should be on writing the code, and build tools will take all the headache of making the executable applications from your source code, right? So now, why the Gradle, right? So Gradle is the open source, and it has been developed taking the advantage of the good points of the Apache Maven and the Apache Ant. Apache Ant and Maven has been used in the industries last 1 decade or 2 decades, and some of the drawbacks are there and some of the good things were there in both tools. So what the Gradle done, that they took the good parts from both of the build tool and make the new framework that is called the Gradle. And instead of the XML, they come up with the domain specific language, DSL, and that you have the option to write using the Groovy. That is easy, I will explain you. And also they have the very smart way to maintain the all the dependencies, and they can use the Maven dependencies and all those things that I will explain you. Okay, so first of all, you have to install the Gradle in your machine, and this is the way to install the Gradle. And but the first thing is that you should have the Java 1.8 and greater than the 1.8. This is the prerequisite, and then you follow these steps. First, open the DOS prompt and check your Java version. So that should 8 or more than 1.8. So it's okay. Now open the Google and type Gradle download. This page will bring you on the Gradle org installation page. Down and click here binary only. It will download one zip file. Okay, we have to wait. Size is almost 20 MB, 107 MB. So now you unzip it and keep it one folder, right? So you have to just wait. It has been downloaded. Now come to this folder where it will download. Copy it and keep it in your one folder where you want to keep all the software, right? So this is my C folder, software is there. Paste here, unzip it, extract. You take this path, complete path, copy it, come here and search environment setup. So you have to go here and you can see one environment variable buttons here. Click here, down system variable, path and edit, and you add here. That's it. So you click the new and add here. Okay, okay, okay. Now you open the new terminal. Here if you see Gradle version, you can see your Gradle has been installed. If you have the Mac OS, so what you have to do, you have to download, unzip and keep in some folder. So I kept in this folder and go to the bash profile and add the path like this. That's it. So once it is done, how you will know that installation has been done? So come and put the Gradle version, it will show which version you have. So let me show in my case here. So if I do, first I will show my Java version. You can see I have the 1.8 and now I will show the Gradle version. So if you see we have the 7.1, right? This is the latest version. So first and foremost you have to install the Gradle. Once you install the Gradle, then and you verify that installation has been done perfectly. Now let us know some major terminologies. So what happens when you create the project, whether this is Java or any other language, so you follow some directory structure, right? So in this case I have one main project, and inside the main project we have the many modules, module A, module B, module C, right? So and these are the project modules 1, modules 2, module C, right? And in one main project you could have many project, and for the one project you can have many tasks. So what is the task? Task is a single piece of the work, like you are compiling the code, you are making the jar file, you are making the wall file. These are the tasks, right? You clean up the code. These are the tasks. So when you create the main project, they have one build.gradle that I will show you, and they also have the setting.gradle, and this setting.gradle is applicable, is the common for all the sub project, right? These are the sub project, right? And each sub project or the project, or you can use any terminologies, so each sub project have the build.gradle, that is the individual build.gradle. This build.gradle is only applicable for this module 1 or the sub project 1, but this build.gradle is common for all, right? That I will explain you. So the two important concept, one is the project and one is the task. Move further. So now when you execute the build.gradle, they have the some life cycle. So first initialization page happened done, then the configuration, then the execution. So as I explain you, whatever you have defined inside the setting.gradle, that is the initializing page. So whatever you have configured in the setting, that will execute first, and whatever you have configured for the project, each project means here, each project, the common thing in the build.gradle, that executes second, and each task inside the build, that is the third page, execution page. All three page I will explain you. Okay, so as I says, the important thing is the setting.gradle. So let me first go, then I come back here. Talk enough, let us dirty our hand with the code. Okay, what you do, first you create one folder. So in my case I have created one folder, Gradle demo. Nothing I have done. You can also do the same thing, create one folder, and if you see I am here in the same folder. First of all you have to execute one command, Gradle init. Even init is a task that comes the predefined. So just do Gradle init, hit enter button. It is asking which kind of project you want to generate. You can just put the basic, give 1, and which language you want to use for the DSL, writing the scripting, build scripting. So I want to go for the Groovy, put the 1. And what the project name? This is the core project, this is the main project. As my folder name is the Gradle_demo. So if you hit enter button, it will take the Gradle demo, or you want to give any name. For time being, I am giving just enter. Build is success. Now what happened behind the scene? You come here, it was empty folder, now it create the build.gradle and the Gradle folder. Let me see what is there inside, and the Gradle W, Gradle bat, and the setting.gradle. So you have to write all the scripting here, and the benefit part of the Gradle W is for the Linux and Gradle w.bat for the Windows machine. So this is one of the best thing with the Gradle. So suppose when you make the executable file and you pass to any other system, if that system does not have the Groovy, they will take the benefit of their inbuilt Gradle and execute that, right? And this is the setting. Setting is only with the main project, the core project. Setting is not required for the sub project or the sub module, right? Module. It is only for the parent project, right? Now what you have to do, I have to write the code in the build.gradle. So you use any text pad or anything. I am going to use the Visual Studio Code. You can also use that, and this I'm in the same folder, right? Gradle.demo, and this has been created, right? So let us start our work here. First go on build.gradle, and before that we are going to write some tasks here. Before that, you can execute this command to see all the tasks. So this task has been already there, right? It comes predefined, right? The same way, see, it was one of the tasks. The same way, let me create my own tasks, right? So what is the way to create your own tasks? So very simple. Tasks, I am giving my task name is the 1. You can give any name, curly braces, and println. This is the Groovy script, and you can type anything. This is my first one task, right? That's it. Save it, and now if you go again run the same command, you will see one task, new task has been added. See this one, right? So we create one task. Now how to execute the task? So simple. What you have to do, Gradle, and give the task name, right? It's saying this is my first task, right? And if you don't want any other display, so use the -q. It will only output here. So you can see our output is there, right? But actually this is not a way to write the tasks, because this phase is common. This print statement, as I explained you, is come under the configuration phase, right? So that I will show you. But the good way is to use the tasks. You have to do the do first. I will explain what is the do first, and then print an statement. Say this is one task inside do first. So we have one do first, and similar way we have one do last. Let me explain what is the both. Right, the save it. So what happen actually, when you write one task, you have to write multiple things you have to do in one task, right? So how you know when the task is started, when the task is ending? So suppose you define you are doing your work, right? Do something here. You write your complete code for the comparison or moving the copies, anything, or moving the file here, there, and you want to this statement when the task is executed, when the task is ended. So you can use this statement, right? Now let me show you. Now you came here and now run this same Gradle one. Now you see, okay, some mistake is there. Yeah, you have to use the curly braces, not the bracket. Now you can see all three things is coming, right? So this is the way to do that. Now what you have to do, there another way to do the write the tags, right? So this is the one way. Second way, if I'm writing the tags, you can do the tags and give the tags name here, and here only you can say do last. So this is the another way to do that. In this way also you can write the tags here, right? So let me see how it will run. So now the tags name is hello. You can see it is coming, but now I want to say, see why this is coming. This is first task, why it is coming. As I said, if you don't put the do last and if you give only the pretty statement, then this will be part of the configuration and this is common to all the tasks, right? So this statement is common to all the tasks, right? 20 statement. So that's why I am saying put everything in the do last or the do first. So now if you just comment out, now run that, it will show only the hello task, right? This is the way. But now you go here and command this, see it is this one hello is coming under the other tasks, right? But if you see the different tasks, they have the one group. Under this group everything is there and they have some descriptions also, what is the purpose for this task. So if you want to do, then what you have to do, come here in the one and then give the your group name. You can give the new group name also. So I will say group name is demo purpose, right? And also you can give the description, right? Description details, right? Now save it. Now go here, right now you can see nothing is there, right, with the name in front of the one. Now if you do the same thing, you can see one new group has been created, demo purpose group, and your tasks come inside that and with this description, right? So this is the how you manage the this one. Now other way to do that, this is the one way, and the next way to do that, suppose I want to create one new task name is 2, you can just do that, task 2, right? And after that you can use do first, right? And the same way you can see that 2 dot do last. This is another way to do that, right? If you save it and you just come here and do the Gradle 2, you can get the output. So these are the different way to do that, right? And if you want to execute the 2 tasks, you can use the execute the 2 tasks one shot, right? They are coming out here, right? Now I want some dependency, means I want that task 1 should be depend upon the task 2, means whenever you run the task 1, first they will execute the task 2. So how we can make the dependency? So what you have to do, come on the task 1, see task 1, right? and you type this word depends on O capital, and on which it depend? It depend upon the task 2. I have this task 2 already, right? So now save it. And now you just run the task 1 and see what happens. It's saying that something is unknown. You know why? Because you have defined the task to here, you have defined the task to here, but you are using the task before that. So what you have to do, all the dependencies should come first, cut this and put it here. Now this will work because dependency task should define first. Now just run the one and see, before running the one, it was depend upon the two tasks. So first it execute the two tasks, then it execute the task one, right? And there are the different way to do that. So this is the one way you can do. Another way is that you can just depend equal and you say task 2, even though it will work, right? This is another way to do that. And one more way is there, don't do here, cut it, and with the name here as a parameter constructor, you can use that this way. Save it, now run it, it will also work, right? There are many ways to do that, right? Now suppose you want to run both A and B together. So what I will do, you create one new task, main job, and that main job is required, means the main job is combination of the task 1 and the task 2. So you can just use that depends on 1, 2. Now if you run the main job, it will execute the both tasks, right? So suppose you have the comparison, you have linking, you have packaging, everything you want to put one task, so you can do that, right? And there are the other way to also write that. The same thing what you wrote here, you can write in this way. So you can say task main job, right? And then say main job dot depends on 1, main job dot depends on 2. So this is another way by which you can do that, right? Let me show. I save it, come here, you can run from here also. If you, this is the advantage of the Visual Studio, you go the terminal, yeah. So let me run the Gradle -q main job. You can see it's first running the second job, this is the first job, right? So you can see here. Suppose I have one more job, it is not very much visible here, right? Yeah. Suppose I have one more job, the task 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So make one, just copy paste, make one job 3 also, give the name 3. So now I have the 1, 2, 3, and I'm making the dependence, I'm adding the 3 here also, right? So now when you run the main job, it will execute or give the name of the 3, right? We gave the 3 now, and make the dependency on the main job. So there are the 3 job depends upon the main job, 1, 2, 3, right? Now run the main job. Now run the main job, it will execute the all the 1, 2, 3 job, right? Now even though 1, 2, 3 are depend upon the main job, but I don't want to run the 3 jobs, so you can exclude with X. Now you can see only 2 jobs running. So these are the different way to do that, right? Now suppose you want to make some default tasks. So if you see what is the default task, so default task is that uh, that you can have the one and more default tasks. If you not pass the any task, which task it should execute, that is the default task, right? So let me make one default task. So you can make any task a default task. So suppose you have to give the name default task and give the name to, and you can add one more. You can add many tasks, right? I can give 3 also, right? So now you go command prompt Gradle tasks all. It will show the default. What is the problem here? Default tasks, yeah, 2 and 3. You have to save it. Okay, let me check again. What is the issue is coming? Yeah, it is running already. So now tasks all. Now you can see as a default categories. Here I will show you. See, default task is showing the 3, right? Why it is coming the 3? Why it is not coming the 2? Because you have override it, right? So other ways to do that, you 2 and don't use this one. Now I will show you. Again run the same command and go top here. It will show the 2 tasks, right? 2 and 3 are the default tasks. So what is the benefit of default tasks? Now you do the -q and don't pass any task name. So it will run the all the default tasks, right? Now let me explain you what is the Gradle build cycle, right? I was talking here in this page, right? What is initialization, what is the configuration, what is the execution. So for understanding those purpose, you come here and come to the setting.gradle, right? By default it is showing the root project name, and here you give something print inside, or you can say for initialization purpose, right? And initializing page or initializing purpose, that's it. And go in the build.gradle and give one print statement without any tags, right? Print statement, and you can say this is executed doing configuration phase, right? Now you come and run any task here and see what is happening. Gradle.q and 1. Something is mistake here. Print and mistake here. Never mind. So when you run any task, first execute the initialization purpose, right? So whatever you have defined in the setting.gradle, that we execute first, and second execute what is defined in the build.gradle but outside the task, it will run the first. So these are the phase of that, right? So now move to our next discussion, and that is called the Gradle plugins.